he's gotten off to a good start. And
all right, let's go Clippers. They are banged up. Adam.
Oh boy, it's
It's
Kawhi Leonard again
it's
out.
A little embarrassing, Adam.
Honestly, their injuries aren't an excuse for being 3-7. There aren't enough injuries to say they should be 3-7. Guys, we came into this year saying, at worst, they should be 7-3 with the first 10 games, considering they had a softer schedule to start. That's what's so alarming about this with the Clippers. But Bradley Beal now could be out for a while, and he's been on a minutes restriction and hasn't looked right. And they're 0-4 without Kawhi Leonard. And we don't know if he's playing tomorrow yet. He's got a sprained right foot. And nothing is working. Last year, they were a top 3 defense. Right now, they're 26th defensively. And there's, quite frankly, no excuse for them being that bad. No excuse. But they brought in what we thought was a great haul this offseason with CP3, with Brook Lopez, with Bradley Beal, with John Collins. Outside of John Collins, the other 3 guys have well underperformed or have just looked their age. Chris Paul, he hasn't played the last 2 games because he got off to such a slow start. You know, he's 40. Brook Lopez has been okay, but they are struggling right now. And all the criticism about their age and being the oldest team so far has proven out that way. And you're 3-7, and it's only getting tougher from here. Look at it this way. They could beat Denver tomorrow, which would be a huge, massive win for them considering the guys they have out and completely unexpected. They got a 7-game road trip after that. If they went 4-3 on that road trip and then came back home, they would still be 8-10 to start off the season. That's what happens when you put yourself in a hole starting off 3-7. It's brutal.
Is it fixable, Adam, given, or is it just injuries with the Clippers right now? Or is this what they did in the offseason? You mentioned age, and sometimes guys, they become who they are at a certain age. Is this a fixable situation if they do indeed try to stay healthy for a stretch during the season? Can this team be a team like most people thought they could be at the start of the season?
So a couple of years ago, that first season with James Harden, they also started 3-7, and they lost their first 5 games with James Harden, and they still won 51 games, and they were a top 4 seed. It's fixable in that they could be a 6 seed or a play-in team right now, but it's going to be really difficult now to get into the upper echelon of the West because they started so slow. We're 12 or 13% of the way into the season, and this was the easiest part of their schedule, and they blew it. And maybe internally they get better and guys get their sea legs. Some of these older players are just starting slow to this season. It's totally reasonable. It's possible. But you're behind the 8 ball now. You're going to be in an uphill battle throughout a lot of the season unless you go on a run like they did a couple of years ago, winning 26 of 31 games. That was the best regular season run they ever had. That's how they got back into it. Do they have a run like that in them with this group? I don't know. There's far too many issues going on right now and not enough solutions for this team. And if they lose to Denver, they'll be big underdogs in that game tomorrow night. They're 3-8. It's just, I'm stunned that things have gone this poorly, this quickly, when we thought this is the one time they're actually going to get off to a good start this year, and it went the opposite way.
Yeah. All right. Adam, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging today.
Yeah, it was cool except for that last part talking about the Clippers. But love you guys.
There you go. All right.